Okay guys, I'm just about to put an order in on gold. So let me flick this over and I'll kind of explain what's going on. I'm going to go in at a full lot, or £10. I'm just going to drop that order in and I'm going to be selling it. Okay, so it's in. Now I'm putting it in under here and I'm going to be targeting roughly about here. Now it's going to be worth, I don't know, maybe it's about 30-40 quid maybe. And that's on purpose because this is what's called spot gold. Now spot gold moves very, very slowly. So because it's slow, you can actually increase your position size, but it's also very cheap because in order to open this up, you don't need a lot of margin. You can have a very small account and be able to put that in. You know, you've got a couple of grand, you'll easily open that up. But because it moves, well, it's only got an ATR 34. So against a couple of grand, even if it went to a full day, it's only about 300 quid. You know, it's a lot, but it's doable. But in real terms, it's like 50, 60 quid, okay? Which is nothing, right? So you can put your position size up. But the thing is, you've got to keep an eye on this. Now, where it's come from is, right, we're in. So I can up the size on this massively. And this is where it's come from. So this is what I'm looking at the moment. It's a risky trade. It's actually saying just go for 1 pip. Just one. So you're looking for 1 price movement, which is fine. Get a tenner, but it takes slow. So I've set it for a little bit higher than that. But if I get 10, 20 quid out of it, I'm more than happy. We're still in a bull market. And the other thing that I need to kind of pay attention to is the dollar, okay? So keep an eye on what the dollar's doing because that is closely correlated to gold. But the dollar's pretty low and gold is really high, which is causing a little bit of profit taking, one thing and another, and it's a little bit unpredictable. But it's still a bull market, and that'll explain, because if the dollar's weak, gold is going up, okay? So that's what's shown here, but at the moment it's selling, okay? So get rid of that, and we can see it's coming into play as we speak. Now I do try and keep ahead of the game for the guys as well, and we were talking about this in the morning call this morning, so I'll put that sheet in there so they know exactly what I'm doing at the exact time, so they know at 10 o'clock I'm looking to scalp this thing, etc, etc. And then in bulls and bears they can track what I'm been doing because I've actually been watching this since our call earlier on. So there's a breakdown here at 9 o'clock and then I've updated it at 10 o'clock and they can log in and just see what it is, or if they see it later on tonight, which is what most of them do, they'll be able to see the process, and then there we go, it's starting to run into play as we speak. Now, what I'm also doing is I'm tracking this on another account, which is here. Same trade, but this one is the pair, and it's coming down. And as you can see, I'm targeting roughly the same place, but the value is so much different, and the size is half. So it's the difference between spot and, oops. Just put that back up there, out the way. Spot and the pair, okay? Now that one I'm going to be closing off in just a second because I like to get it to about 200 quid. There we are. So that one's done. So that'll do me. That account now has done 369 this morning, okay? So I'm happy with that. So get rid of that one. So we'll get rid of there. And this one, we're just going to let it run down into this. And as you see, the shape is the same, but look at the value. The value is completely different. So that's why you can size up on this. I could have done that 50 quid a point. But the problem is if it goes a bit tits up, then it becomes a problem. But I'm happy for it to move down. We're now 2 points ahead of where it should have been. I can pull the stop in like so, and then move that down to there. Now what I can do is I can just pull the stops behind the current candle. So there we are. So I'll move that stop to there. What I'm doing here is I'm ratcheting the trade. Now, what that'll do is it means the amount of money that I originally set out to achieve, which was 1 pip, has already been achieved. So anything now is a bonus. So let's play this one out and see how far we can get it down, eh? Okay, so it was the right call to make to pull the trade on the other account, because look, it's gone directly to this point, which is what I was targeting, and then has bounced and shot straight back up and took the stop out. Now, what's that done? Well, it just means that I only get a couple of quid, but there you go. 1630 protected, and I was targeting 1 pip, so that was 16 quid in minutes. So I'm happy with that. Now I'll just sit on my hands. I can maybe look at it again at 11 o'clock and do it again, because I try not to keep pushing the market, and that's all I can do. So there you go, Brian. I did that for you because you requested it this morning. Tracked through to the point of the scalp, and then just went in, up the size because I can on this one, because it's a relatively cheap market to get into, and then just executed the trade as normal. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.